Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope everyone is good and I'm back again with another video of Dialectic Behavior Therapy Chapter 2, and I hope this video will be informative for all of you. So let's move ahead. So in chapter 2, you will be learning about the conceptualization and the strategies, construction of hierarchy in pre-treatment, order problem behavior in hierarchy, target hierarchy and target selection, and the diary card. So first of these three contents I'll be teaching you in the first part of this video, and the rest of the two contents I'll be teaching you in the another video in the second part. So let's move ahead. Let's learn about conceptualization and strategies. During the initial case conceptualization in DBT pre-treatment stage, the individual and the therapist, they agree on which type of problems they will try to solve during the treatment. DBT therapists then construct an individual target hierarchy for their clients by translating client presenting problems and goals into behavioral targets and placing the targets at the correct point in the DBT treatment hierarchy. During the subsequent sessions, the therapist helps the client to change the frequency of problematic behaviors, for example, assaulting others, binging, cutting, dissociating, taking heroin, by focusing on or targeting a single episode of that behavior. DBT therapist selects a specific target for analysis from previously agreed upon target hierarchy. And what happened is the target hierarchy, it actually includes impulses or urges as well as overt actions in the target hierarchy. The treatment increases the likelihood of successfully treating a presenting problem rather than just suppressing it. Targeting actually a single episodes enables the clients to conduct a clearly behavioral chain analysis and better matched solution analysis, resulting in more accurate behavioral conceptualization. Common problems are actually then reviewed and which are encountered previously, and those problems are then targeted on the basis of their priority. So yes, let's move ahead. Okay, so let's learn about construction of hierarchy in pre-treatment. Translating presenting problems into target, it requires the therapist to define problem behaviorally, that is, to describe the actual behavior in terms of what an observer would see or hear. Okay, let me give you an example. NSSI, it stands for non-suicidal self-injury. It's actually a category defined by the intent to physically harm oneself without dying, but the targets are cutting, burning, headbanging, and similar behavior. For example, if a client phones therapist for skills coaching so frequently that it pushed the therapist's personal limits, then phoning therapists X time would become target because of therapy interfering consequences. The target would not be pushing the limits, it would be phoning therapist X time because it's a behavior that should be focused. Distinguishing behaviors from their motives or function, it is very important to translate the presenting problems into targets. Behaviorally definitions, it is what is it? It is the judgment about the behavior or assumption or interpretations about the motive or functions. So yes, distinguishing between the function and behavior, it's very important in DBT, and focusing on behavior and making it target, it's very important rather than focusing on function and by mistake making it as a target. So yes, I'll explain you this thing in detail. In the second part of the video, I'll be showing you the clinical example of some behaviors in the target hierarchy. So yes, let's move ahead. Let's learn about how to order problem behavior in hierarchy. After the therapists have defined a behavior, they must determine whether and where to place it on DBT target hierarchy. The first path is to categorize the behaviors according to the hierarchy in the client current stage of treatment. For example, in the target hierarchy, there are three main categories. The first is life-threatening behaviors, the second is therapy interfering behaviors, and the third one is quality of life interfering behaviors. So the therapist, what they need to do is to categorize all of the behaviors among these categories. The second part, it includes the urges as well as actions. The urges like the urge to vomit, the urge to self-harm, all of these kinds of urges are placed in the target hierarchy. The third part includes only behavior that causes the current stage of treatment or warrant the current stage of treatment. And the fourth one is to prioritize behavior within these categories, which behavior is causing most problem, and to prioritize them. And yes, that concludes the DBT learning class for today. I hope you find my videos informative, and I want to thank all of you for taking out your time and listening and watching to my videos. And I'll be posting the video of chapter 2 part 2 very soon, and in that I will be explaining you the diary card and the target hierarchy along with the clinical examples. So yes, until that, take care, bye bye, masalam.